Hello everybody and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program, where we've got our Pop Prod module here, and we need to rendezvous this with our existing station core. This is going to be exciting. I'm not amazingly practiced with rendezvous, so yeah, this is going to be kind of fascinating. We need to be burning about here. And this, I believe, needs to be normal, correct? Correct. Okay, so we're going to be burning normal, and we're not actually going to be following this. We are instead going to be checking our inclination here. And we simply want to encapsulate... Actually, it's this orbit, not this orbit. I don't want to rendezvous with this Raven 0x. No, we want to be right over... here. So we want to burn it about right there. Not quite there, more like here. Okay. Or, you know, on the other side. Like this. Slide that back up. Excellent. And we just want to get our inclination correct. Right about there. Okay, so we can go ahead and warp to that. And like I said, I'm probably going to end up messing this up. I'm not very practiced at rendezvous. Our timing is going to be exciting. There's no doubt about that. Oh, hey, we got some science from Minmus. So we can probably begin this burn about any time now. I'm going to wait until I think T-minus 15 seconds. I'm just making that up. There's no particular reason, it's just a gut feeling. Okay, and we're going to hit 90 degrees in just a little bit here. There we go. So that's the correct inclination. Of course, we're going to have to try to find a position where we actually rendezvous at this point. And this is when it gets difficult. So we're going to set the Ice Cream Maker 5000 as our target. And... hello. What is this? That's only 0.3 kilometers away. Can we get that any closer? No. That's as good as we're going to get. Okay. Well, we just lock onto that maneuver node then. This is actually ideal. Now, actually getting this docked up is going to be interesting because I took the RCS off of this. But this should be fine. Like, we'll just get locked to that maneuver node there. This is a 1 second burn. We're going to warp to this maneuver. I mean, we're going retrograde, but we can fix that. Our relative speed will only be 200 meters per second away. So that should be doable. I mean, we're not going to have much DV left, but we shouldn't need it. We can always dock with the station itself using its RCS thrusters. So that's a possibility. We're also going to have another... oh, that's not an encounter at all. Okay, that's fine. So we're going to need to burn this fairly carefully. We'll see how close we can get. Gonna start the burn now. That's 1.1 kilometers apart. Okay, that is further than I want it to be. Let's just see if we can adjust this ever so slightly. So something along the lines of this. As soon as we get to prograde. There we go. Ooh, that is so fast. Back to retrograde. I just keep overshooting it with these extremely minor burns, and I did not mean to regular warp, I meant to physics warp. It's going to make things interesting. Okay, 0.9 kilometers, I'm going to go ahead and say is close enough. So, right when this happens is when we're going to want to do a maneuver. We're going to want to be in anti-target, or actually in target retrograde is where we're going to want to be. And let's see, we're going this direction currently, 2 hours 38, 2 hours 15. So yeah, we're going this way, it's going this way. We're going to have to reverse our directionality. Over min-miss, that's fine. I should have checked that before I came in, but it's okay. We'll warp there for now. Okay. So we want to be at anti-target. Where is our target? There it is. We are currently 70 kilometers away. Our nearest point is... Our nearest intersect is going to be at, I believe, 0.9. If I recall correctly. 0.9 kilometers. So we're going to want to match orbit, or rather match plane, soon enough here. We're currently coming together. I'm going to warp it a little bit here as we drift together. Node is in about 3 minutes, so I'm actually going to warp a little faster. Okay, we're getting much closer now. Okay, I'm going to kill the warp for now. Actually, I'm going to warp a little closer. About like that. Okay, we are currently 6 kilometers apart. And we're going to want to burn anti-target, or not anti-target, target retrograde, just to match planes here. Once we get to about 2 kilometers apart, I think, is when we will begin that burn. Just like this. Beautiful. Excellent. So we came in within 300 meters. And we have matched planes now. This is not going to be a thing. We're going to remain closer. Actually, we're slightly drifting towards the target. I do want to burn towards target a little bit here. And you can see as we're turning, that changes this pretty dramatically. We do have a docking port right here. And I believe we need to extend the airlock to get it to dock, but I don't actually technically know that. This is going to be our first time using this particular piece of docking equipment. So we're just going to accelerate up to about 5 meters per second right now. We do not want to impact like this. So we're going to switch to anti-target and turn around. We're just getting closer right now. I can't believe how well this is going. I'm sure that that's going to jinx it. We performed a rendezvous in orbit around Minmus. Of course, we need one in orbit of Kerbal. Okay, we're going to have to start braking here pretty soon. probably when we're at about 100 meters. Okay. Oh, we're moving away. I overshot. Let's turn this around. Just physics warping to make that go a little faster. We want to burn towards target at about 1 meter per second right now. Okay, that'll do. Excellent. And we're going to want to switch back to anti-target. We will currently be impacting in about 100 seconds. So about 3 minutes. Of course, we're going to want to switch and... oh, hello. There is a ant crawling around on my desk. This is not a good time, Mr. Ant. I'm going to need you to not do this. Okay. Yeah, I'm definitely going to need you to not do that, Ant. Okay, Ant is taken care of. Excellent. So, we want to be at target retrograde right now. There we go. We are about a minute away from our closest point here. So we will kill all of our relative velocity in just a moment. I think we'll wait until we are... This is close enough. Let's kill this velocity. I still want to be on target retrograde. Apparently that is not a thing. Let's be on anti-target then. I want to know where that 0.1 meters per second is. Okay. We're now moving away from the target. Very, very gently. I want to turn it around. I want to set ourselves to targeting this docking port right here. We're going to switch over and rotate this about like that. There we go. And now we will control from here. Let's just come in very gently. I'm going to quick save here in case something goes catastrophically wrong. I believe that we need to open this airlock as well. And also, it looks like this isn't quite lined up. Hopefully this is enough. Let's see if this works. In before it doesn't. I think we're just slightly off here. Perfect. Wow. That went magnificently. I am actually shocked right now. Okay. Gonna freeze the physics, because I don't want us tumbling. It looks like we are still tumbling. I'm just checking our SAS. It looks like we're gonna get it under control. Fantastic. So we need to move our scientists, which are Enber and Reiji, over to here. There we go. And also Reiji. Perfect. Okay, and now we need to open this service bay. And if I recall correctly, we have some data here. I want to transfer that data into here if we can. Apparently we cannot. Okay. I forget how we utilize this. We'll review this data. Process it in the lab. There we go. And apparently that is already complete. Cannot transmit data, not enough useful findings. It's still working on it. Okay. So what if we were to observe the mystery goo and add that in? Okay, and now the thermometer. More data. More data. Excellent. Start research. Perfect. Okay, so here is our pop prod module, and I'm wondering what happens. Okay, so we can't actually deflate this while it's connected. Good to know, good to know. So I think we are pretty much ready at this point to send up our mining module, which we're going to have to design, of course. To the lab with you. Okay, we'll keep that. So we're going to be working on this for quite a while. Our scientists are going to be working away. So let's check in on our more long-term missions that still have maneuver nodes, because this is definitely going to be a long-term mission. Started constructing the first station around Minmus, docking maneuver, and crew transfer. And I'm wondering, what do we need for this? Oh, we need to have 2,000 units of ore in our station. Okay, how much ore storage do we have? Because, of course, we sent this up empty, and we're planning on mining ore, and then coming up. So we have 300 potential ore storage in this station. That's not very much. We need 2,000 units. So our mining module is going to have to be able to carry at least 1,700, or we would need another storage module. One or the other. Now, I think our mining module will definitely be unmanned. So let's put in a remote guidance unit. And on top of this, we will put in, say, a rechargeable battery pack. This thing is not going to really be needing too much in terms of actual things. So I want to put on some ore storage. Now this can hold 300. So if we want this to hold 1,700 ore, we'd want to do it something like this. That's 600, 900, 1,200, 1,500, 1,800. Kind of like that. Now, of course, empty, this is not very heavy. Full, this will be quite heavy. We're going to need fuel tanks on here. And I want to put in, like, a T400 here. Like so. We want this thing to be fully reusable, by the way. And this is very tall, as it is. We may actually want to remove that, and then we would put in simply, if we can get away with it, we would put in a Terrier. I don't know that we can get away with it with this kind of mass, but essentially we'd just put one of these on. And then we would have quad coupled, although not necessarily with decouplers, because we don't want to ever decouple these. So maybe just like tacked on. We would have 4 fuel tanks, like so. And then these would just be strapped in. Just quick and dirty. Kind of like this. And I'm just strutting them on to make sure that they stay on. There we go. And then they would have fuel lines, of course, running in to the actual engine, like that. So this should be on sea level Minmus. And currently, this has plenty of thrust to weight. Now, you'll notice a few things. This does not have capability currently of mining. This is also empty. Both of those will need to be addressed. This is currently more than enough thrust to weight and DV. But as we fill these tanks up, you can see this drops dramatically. Now, it bears noting that these will not be completely full. And on descent, these will be empty. So I think this is actually fine. Now, we're going to need landing legs here. So we'll use the biggest landing struts we've got. Like this. And then we would use some Drill-O-Matics. Or probably actually Drill-O-Matic Juniors. Just stacked in like that. Not sure that reaches far enough. And of course, we're going to need some thermal control for these. We may need to move these legs up slightly or use smaller legs. So we could maybe use LT1s. Like this. Yeah, that should reach. That should be fine. Okay, how are we doing on thrust to weight? We're doing okay. Our DV is maybe a little on the low side. Of course, we're not going to be taking off with this full. So it would be something kind of like this. Okay. And then we would need a way for this to dock, which we would probably just use one of these inflatable airlocks. Like this. We don't need any more than the one, because this is just going to be connecting like this, and no other modules are going to connect to it. So something like that. We need thermal control, as well as power. So for power generation, I think that we're going to be fine with 2x Gigantors, like this. I hope that'll be fine anyway. And then for thermal control, I'm kind of leaning towards... That's ridiculous. I'm kind of leaning towards maybe something like this. And then when those extend out, they're going to be absolutely silly like that. But they should sink the heat pretty dramatically here, is the idea. So this is going to be the miner, and actually we'll call this the, what do I want to call this? The mint getter. There we go. We'll call that the mint getter. Now, of course, we don't have a way to get this to Minmus orbit currently. We're going to get one. And this is currently actually quite a light craft. If we check this, this is only 16 tons right now, and that's with these tanks fully fueled. We need to decide if we want to deliver these fueled or unfueled, and I'm kind of thinking we deliver them unfueled. They dock up with a different stage that we then detach and crash. And then we fuel these up with the existing fuel on the station, is what I'm thinking right now. And that drops our mass in half right there. This thing is mostly just empty space right now. So for right now, I'm actually going to save that, and I'm going to take off these landing legs for the moment, because I want to put on some wheels temporarily. This is not going to let us get around very much because of their orientation. We'll need to rotate some of these. So this would, of course, have to be bi-coupled instead. No, I want it bi-coupled. Okay, you know what? All we gotta do is be able to rotate these. Or rather, all we gotta be able to do is get to where we're trying to go. So, what if we turned off steering and the motor on these wheels? But it was on these wheels. That's not gonna let us do that. Okay. I just want to be able to get this off of the pad and onto the ground for testing purposes. Like, this is not going to be very effective because it just spins, right? I mean, I don't exactly want it to spin. I'm pretty sure we can't mine from the pad. Oh, we can. Never mind, then. We will deploy all of these drills. Extend our solar panel, because I want to be testing our heat capacity for right now. Of course, it's currently night. But I want to be testing our current heat capacity compared to our... Yeah, this is definitely overheating. But we extend our radiators. And I want to be testing our heat versus power situation. Of course, we're going to run out of electric charge. It's nighttime right now. So right now, this is just a heat test. And it looks like on Kerbal, anyway, our heat is good. And we are, of course, filling these tanks up. Okay, yeah, this looks like it would be fine. We would definitely be generating enough power based on this drain with dual gigantors if we had the sun here. We do not, but yeah, I think this will do the trick. So we'll revert that back to vehicle assembly and hope that the game doesn't crash. It did not, so we will instead open up just the mint getter. Oh, I saved it. Okay. We will take these off and put the landing legs back on. These are just LT1s. Right like that. And then we'll start those retracted. And we will need to create a lifter for the mint getter. For right now, though, it's a little late in the episode for that. So I'm going to go ahead and put a cut in here. And next episode, we will get this thing sent up to the space station, fueled up, and we will go get our first load of mint ice cream. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.